Yes, well, welcome back to job tutorial on app map training and map production. And I'm very sure for you to be watching this video, you've come a long way after almost 4 or 5 weeks of hands-on practical training with Joe. Well, my name still remains Jeremiah, and in this video, we'll be wrapping up on our map production, and we're going to be going beyond topographic map and geologic map. What else? Because the softwares you have right in your system can be used to produce different kind of map. Depends on the type of data that remains. So we're going to go beyond to create other maps that that can really make our skill branded. And in this video, we're going to be creating a Chloropeth map. A Chloropeth map. A Chloropeth map is a map, or by a various kind of map that uses different shades of color to show the variation in data and values. And so we're going to be using that to create a Chloropeth. We're going to create a Chloropeth map that tells that gives a view into election data in Nigeria. And so you're going to check the link below. You're going to see the access data to the map, and then you're going to see how to do that together as our final roundup on our training here. And so as you can see my system, I just open the voter turnout. This thing is going to load directly and open in ArcMap. So you're able to see two layers: Niger State and Nigerian State. So you can see two layers there. So this the data of Nigeria is a shapefile for Nigeria and all the whole state. And the first thing we're going to do is just right click and open attribute table. So the attribute table, I've worked on it and I added some other tabs. So you can see number of registered voters, number of vote cast, percentage. So we'll do the calculation and what percentage of the population actually came out to vote. So we did the calculations and we added the file. But we're not going to create for Nigeria. We're not going to create for just the particular variation within the state for the last 3 elections. And we're going to focus on Niger State. So you can turn up your Niger State, turn off Nigeria, and then click zoom to layer for the Niger State. And so right click on Niger State. Let's check the attribute table. And so attribute table, you can see shape, ID, Nigeria, ID name, and name and other kind of stuff. So, but the one very important thing is the 2015. This is the percentage of voter turnout in 2015, 2019, 2020. So these are the data we're going to use to create our Chloropeth map that we're going to make as a final conclusion in our ArcGIS training. So let's get started with that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to right click on Niger State. Let's go to properties. We're going to go to properties. So when you go to properties, click on symbology. And so because a Chloropeth map is actually used to depict variation in quantities, this is to depict variation in quantities. So we're going to click on quantities, and then under quantities you're going to see 4 different classifications that you can use to symbolize your map. So we have the graduated colors, we have the graduated symbols, we have the proportional symbols and dot density. So click on graduated colors, and so when you click on that, ensure it's clicked. You have a feed, and so you have your value, you have a normalization. Normalization is you're trying to take the ratio of your value feed to that of the one you want to normalize it to. And so you have a classification. So there are different classification on ArcMap. So we're going to talk about that here. you can recite that they are equal interval, quantile, geometric, standard deviation, classification. You have manual also. So we're going to be using some of that here. You're going to have a view on that. So in your value feed, select 2015. So that's the percentage of voters that came out to vote in 2015. And so normally on the deficit setting, there's natural breaks, the jinx. So natural breaks actually classify your data into equal intervals, such that you look at your data and then helps you to classify them into equal intervals that fits your data. Although we're going to start with natural breaks and see how that turns out. So as you can see, we choose a classes of 5. Yes, classes of 5 is like a standard depending on the variation of the data in your map. So these are 5 classes. It shows that the minimum is 26, the highest is 63 in this data. And so your color ramp is what we're going to use. Just check your color ramp, and then we're going to look for not a very varied color range. So just click this. Let's use this, and then right click on and make sure your outlines are no color in your outlines for all the whole symbology. So just do this for all. Almost done with done. So you're gonna see. So the essence of making the outline no color is such that they could blend easily and really show the variation. So you click apply, and so when you click apply, you notice your map that the color has applied. So it's telling us that areas with high the deeper color has a higher percentage of voter turnout than areas with lower. So the ones with the very lighter color has voter percentage that range between 22 and 36. So we could conclude from this Chloropeth map telling us that just 2 areas, that's 2 local governments, which we're going to check, will pass the test. So let's look at what local governments are they. So we'll go to labels, select label of feature, and then go down and choose name 2, and then click apply. So we conclude from here that Chanchaga, Kacha local government, and then Nuya, local government are the only local government, and with this smaller one here, are the only local government that produces with the Rajao, they produce with that turnout higher than 50% in the 2015 election. So that's it for this. We're using the natural break classification for these. So I'm going to use it for the other ones too. So just click OK. Before you click OK, you can make your work really look nice. Just reduce your color to 70% gray. So make your work blend. So that's it for the 2015 data we've presented here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just close this tab, right click on Niger State, copy, and then right click on your layers and then paste it. So we're going to edit this first one. We're going to change to 2015. We're going to change to 2015 to show that we can keep track. 2015. So this next one we created now, we're going to change it to 2019. So when you do that, so you see the same data, we're going to go right click, and then go to properties. So we're going to go to properties. So when we go to symbology again, so it's on graduated colors. So now your feed now is going to be 2019. So it's actually work it out. So it's still the same range for all those values. So just click apply. So you notice there's a change. You notice the change. So now in 2019, you have just two. One. You have one Contadora, you have Rafi, you have Shiroro, you have some states here that produce, and this year almost like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 states producing above 50%, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 producing less than 36%, 33%. So it really shows the variation in voter turnout across the 2019 period also. So click OK. Okay, that's for 2019. So we're going to, since we already copied our layers, so just click on layers and then paste again. Paste layers again. So then check out. Let's edit. This will be 2023. So this go to properties again. Go to properties. So when you go to properties, I'm going to select 2023 this time. And so click apply. And then let's check our work. So you see 2019 you have some of those local government that produce 50% didn't produce up to 50% again. So you have a new set of people. There's these guys here, the Rafistic sustained, and the Lapai local government is still able to produce up to that number. So that's the very first thing. And so let's edit our symbology before we finalize on it. So click on, we want to label density, we want to remove duplicates, we want add constraints, reposition, so we want it to then passive placement, yes, and then click OK, click apply. So we're going to have single so turn off your 2015, turn off your 2019. So we can turn off the 20, so you can always see the changes between 2015 2019, how it moves. It shows you that there's a lot of adjustment in there's a lot of changes that goes on across this geographical location depending on the number of percentage of turnout there. So you could check, if you relate this between 2019 2023 too, you see the changes, you see the varied changes across these areas. So just repeat that label changes we make for the 3 layers, and then we're going to see how we can compare across 2. We're going to use a technique to compare across 2 to really see. So yes, not possible label density. Yeah. So we're done for this. You can just click OK. For this, you check also. So check and then check label properties. Remove duplicate, add constraints, non position, just position non pursue. Click apply. Click OK. So do it for 2015 also. So for this, click on the properties. Check construct. Turn off stack label, turn off overrun. Can reduce food size. Just turn on this one here. So just check the changes across your map, and then you see how that pans out. So let's save your work. Save your work for if you haven't saved. So we're going to present these three data. Let's just present three data and see exactly how it is. So put your data view mode. It's your data view mode. So we have this already made out. If you get this, you can just remove this. Just delete this. So we're going to present these three data so you can reduce reduce this. Once I reduce this, I zoom to layer so that it fits into the box for me. So just copy this. So just paste. Just bring it to the side. So go and turn off 2015. Okay, you're having two layers now, so just turn off 2015 here. I'm going to turn on change this first one, turn it off. We'll remove this. So let's check if we don't have the same data then. So yeah, there's a difference. So we have only the last one to do now. So just paste again. So just paste and put it by the side. So let's put it by the side. You notice another layer has formed. So we're going to turn off 20 and then turn 2023. So we have the three maps laid out. Have three maps laid out, so it wants to look like this. So select all and ensure they are well aligned. Just align them. Align up. So ensure they are well aligned and let's group them. We're going to group. But you can adjust to with this, you can adjust so that's what fits. So just adjust that now. So this is smooth or something. Okay, it's too much. So these are three maps here. So I'm going to just take this going to adjust this. I already have it on my, it should be on your screen also, so we're going to adjust it. I'm going to choose center line. So let's change it. It's not Nigeria again. We're using that of Niger State. Niger State. Click apply. Okay. Put it way up here. So once I do that, I'm going to add a new text to tell which year is which year. Let's tell which year. So the very first one is 2015. So let's change our text size and color. So we're going to use Serrant. Let's type. That's if you have the font, just use a good font on the side, and it's really work out fine. So we're going to use 22. Okay, I'm going to change my color. I'm going to use just what I don't use okay, great. So this 2015. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste. So I'm going to edit this and use 2019 to 2019. So I'm going to copy, paste again. I'm going to put this one. Of 2023. So select all, then align top. So we're almost done. Done with. So left with something. Left with something. So you can just do your presentation offline. I can just try to add a rectangle. Add a rectangle to this. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to send it to the back. I'm going to under it and send it to the back. So I'm going to change my fonts to that effect. Let's come here. Look on the front side. I'm going to use a color almost similar to. I'm going to more colors. Okay. This is the color similar to that green, so this one should it's not really something. This goes to white, and it's more simplest of stuff. So you could select them. So let's align them. Let's just find like this. So you can see the work again, see? Select, and just make a final adjustment. Just go back. So I'm going to insert, they need to understand what we're trying to do. So insert my religion. So just 2019. This is 2019 because the same returns. Click next. It takes you out. Select, just reduce it, bring it down to the side. So I'm going to go back to graphics. So since the data, the region can work for everything else, we're going to delete this 2019 by showing across board. So delete them. So that's good for this. We're going to select, we're going to group, copy. This also put the next one, paste. Bring it here. So we select all, right click, and then we're going to align top. So we need to tell where's our we don't need the map area because it's not important for this kind of thing. So let's save our work. So the next thing we're going to do now is so we need to edit. So we're good to go. So let's export our map. We're going to export our map to see. So we have 3 Chloropeth maps. So maps like this that shows variations of colors across geographic location. Talking about quantities, they are called bivariate map. And you can use this to talk about regional data, elections, you can use to present data on weather data and other kind of data. So we actually introduced this so you know that you're not just constrained to producing topographic map and geologic maps. You can use the softwares to do different applications. So it's about the depth of what you want to do and how much kind of attention you put to it. So let's check what you produced. So we're going to go training. So the map here. Okay, now I exported it to the wrong place. Check. Alright, yeah. So this is my map here. So you can see how beautiful it is. So we kind of compare states that produce up to this kind of percentage. So it could look so this can really guide in taking decisions about voter educations and across all of this local government area. Could try and look at why is it that we had more coming out. Is it the candidate factor, or is it that different kind of reasons could come in. So we use this to really tell variations of elections voting across. Look across this and look at some patterns and just to even explain all that kind of stuff. So this is a map. Ensure that you add your name dynamic date and time, so you could really carry that out through. So this is just what we have, and it's nice having to run through this training with you. I'm pretty sure that being able to come out with beautiful maps like this. So always ensure you like our channel, subscribe to it for subsequent trainings. Not just at map, we have rockworks coming up, we have so far we have, as much as you want to upskill yourself in geosciences, let geo be a good place for learning. Thank you very much, and see you producing beautiful maps in the nearest future. Thank you.